going on, world? It's your boy Soulful Mike back at it again.
Yeah.
Soul
Yeah,
Searching
we here,
Podcast. Got some special guests in the building.
Yeah,
Before we go any further, though, rate, review, subscribe, go to iTunes, Spotify, all that good
Better
stuff,
be a
SoundCloud.
5.
Give us 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars, you are a hater. Your mama
heard
ain't
them.
raised you right.
Haters.
Let's be honest about that.
Mama.
Regular people, introduce yourselves first.
Yo, it's the kid Joey Go 24K. Take your ass to JoeyGo24K.com.
That's right.
Go buy a
Mhm.
shirt. Go buy some music.
That's
do
right.
something with your
Joey
life. Put
Go.
some deodorant on. Brush your teeth twice.
Don't forget the lotion.
Practice
Don't forget
good.
the lotion out
That's
here.
right. You need
Lotion,
to,
you know
wait.
what I'm saying? Put
Don't
some
forget that
chapstick on.
chapstick too, baby. You
Word,
need
'cause
that.
we practice
Nah, we've
good
had
hygiene,
chapstick
man.
phase. It's Vaseline. It's about to hit
It's-
December. Vaseline.
Wow. We approaching Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Vaseline season. Get some Vicks
Oh,
Vapor
man.
Rub, slap it on your chest
Chest
one
with
time.
quick word.
Wow.
Open that up.
Word, man. Yo, it's your boy Uptown, Downtown, roams around, man. I'm everywhere. You already know.
Yes. We got some special guests in the building.
Yeah.
Who want to go first? Which one of y'all want to go first?
Wreck-It Ralph from Nayag.
Yes.
SMG Sco Pro.
All that.
You know?
It's your boy Nito, Stretch Entertainment. We here.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us coming in the building.
Sounding like
Yeah,
Barry
man.
White over there.
you know I gotta put that bass in that
Right, so
voice.
relax. So wait. Y'all both from Harlem, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
We got Harlem in the building.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we
So,
here.
Joey is not the Bronx this time. So you can feel comfortable. Not all Bronx niggas this time.
I'm always comfortable. but
You always
still.
That's right,
comfortable.
man. That's right.
All right. We're going to get into this rock and knock first things first.
Oh yeah.
All right. I think I'm going 1 for 5 on this rock and knock.
Going 1 for 5.
I'm going 1 for 5.
Damn, it's that bad, bro.
Nah, but I think
Come
I got
on,
Joey.
man.
I got Joey with 1.
You got Joey with 1? All right, we going
My goal on rock and knock is always to get Joey with 1 shoe that he gonna buy.
That
I
he's
already-
gonna buy.
Yeah.
I already got.
He don't know which one it is. So it's good. See, I already know. So the rock and knock segment is we're gonna show you some new shoes that are coming out.
Right.
Tell you their retail price.
Dope.
If you rocking them, that means you paying full retail for them.
Okay.
If you
Mhm.
knocking them, that means you're not paying retail. You're gonna wait till they go down, or you're not even just buying them at all.
Oh, you
Just leave 'em
don't
in the
like
store.
them.
That's
That's it.
simple.
Okay.
So-
Ugly.
The first shoe we got, Adidas has been in the lab. They took this year off on purpose. They lined up Nike. They like, yo, we gonna chill for a little bit. And they was like, yo, let's come back for 2019 with some strong kicks. So first thing they did,
We don't see.
the Adidas ZX 10.000C.
I don't even-
0
I don't
0
like this
0
name.
C.
This
Yes.
name
You
already
heard?
throwing
The
me off.
Adidas, I've had that you wrong first.
Oh,
So
man.
the
So we supposed to
Adidas
roll up in the
ZX
motherfucking.
10.000C. Now, I don't know if that got anything to do with how they make the shoe, the degrees. I don't know yet. No
They named
release
it like
date.
a fucking Lamborghini or some shit.
No release date yet. But we gonna go through Rome. How you feel about them? Probably
Yo.
gonna be about 180.
180?
Maybe.
Yo, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I like them joints, yo.
You rocking them?
I rock those.
You
man.
rocking them?
I like that peach, that cream with that nice light blue, and then it got the little flag on it though. Remember the
Mhm.
flag, right?
Mhm.
Joints is fire. I like
Little
those.
you
subtle.
say peach, so you automatically think summer.
Nah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
Yeah,
spring
but they
type
fire
shoes.
though, B.
Yeah, peach and sky blue.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead, pass them down.
Joey,
so
how
we
you
don't
how you
see
feel
them.
about them, Joey?
That's that baby.
I like the colorway, but I'm confused about the tech on the bottom. What's going on? What is that? What is that bounce? What is
Well,
that? Some,
I believe this
what
might
is
be
that
a new
cloud
take.
foam or some shit. What is that?
These
It isn't their 4D Future Craft.
You like those?
It's not
man.
What
Future
is the
Craft,
3D?
but
What is this? The
it's
2D?
what we have here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is their regular technology.
It's just,
Nothing
it's
too
just
crazy.
regular
Your
ass.
upper is different.
Okay.
So a
I
lot
like 'em. I
lighter,
still like
prime
'em,
knit.
man.
Why they?
I'm still
'cause
rocking.
You telling me they took a year off. I'm thinking they about to come.
Right,
through
but no,
with
you
some
got
shit.
different
Still
material,
rocking.
new
I
material.
was
rocking,
thinking they
B.
came through with some new quilted motherfucking.
But you know what
foam
you know what I'm
shit that-
starting to see a lot though is these sneakers are starting to be real similar. And
Yeah.
how they're made, just like cars. You know
Yup.
what I mean?
Yeah.
The car bodies, the Mercedes used to be different, but now you got Toyota making the same
Same
type
thing,
of body
right.
as a Mercedes.
So
So the
Mercedes is
sneakers,
switching it up.
right?
That's
So the
right.
sneakers are kind of doing
We
the
all
same
got
thing.
something together.
But how much are those retailing for?
No price yet.
No
but
price
knowing
yet.
We
Adidas
guessing
and they putting
180.
technology around 160 to 180.
180. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Rock
You
it?
keep saying
Nah, I'm
You
not
said
rocking.
nah.
I'm
You
looking
just
at
said
the
you like that
sucker.
color, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
but
see the technology.
That's
in
what
them.
I'm saying.
Do I
You,
need to charge
I'm
them?
looking.
I gotta charge
Because I'm looking. You saying tech, so I'm thinking: is it cloud foam? Is it Is it what's the shit y'all keep telling me
Boost?
about? Is it
Boost?
Boost?
Nah,
That
Boost
Boost,
is
the air
Boost is
bubble.
fire.
You got the air
They
bubble.
got the future craft and stuff. So okay, hold on.
That
All right,
shit
so
don't
we're gonna
look
look it up.
futuristic.
I saw some shit where it had the digital prints all in the, all in the sneaker where it said like some other shit under the like it was like lighting under it and shit like that.
Oh, like the LA
Oh,
kids.
the LA
Yeah,
kids shit.
yeah.
That's what you thought of technology.
I remember them joints. We used to take
But
out the
look,
light in the
but
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
We
they
all
was,
had a
they was
pair.
on the front over the toe area like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you need to charge these up.
but for real, nah, I'm cool.
So you good? You good? I'm rocking.
I
them.
like
I
the
like
I'm
color.
rocking.
them.
I'm with Mike.
I
I'm
like it.
rocking.
Nice.
I'm
Those
rocking.
nice.
I like
rocking
the
them.
colorway.
Yeah, I'm
I like
rocking
the colorway.
So you rocking then, bro? That's
no,
it.
that's not enough
Come
for me,
on, man.
He
That's
the
not
Russian
enough
judge.
for
He the
me.
So
Russian
you
judge.
couldn't kill a peach and baby blue?
You rocking.
The peach and powder?
I know
Listen,
you
Yeah, but
listen.
we could do that with
I'm
a
rocking
different.
those.
We
Rock
could do
it,
that
like
with a
kilo.
different sneaker that I like.
I can smash.
I would
could-
rock
we
it.
could
I
go
would
get
rock
some-
it. It'll probably be like a one and done type joint. Like it'll have to be like
It's
a
a
real,
per- it's
a
a
real,
perfect
a
summer
real
sneaker.
summer sneaker.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
find
yeah.
some New
Like
Balances in
you
the
rock
same
it.
color.
You rock it a couple Saturdays.
MB's gonna be the same price.
And you
We
We
leave
can
it
buy some
alone.
New Balances.
You
We
make them
can
shit sound
find
like a
some
one-night
Vans
stand.
with the same color.
All right. Next shoe we got. We're gonna reach to the Nike vault a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
Every year, Nike has to celebrate Chinese New Year.
Uh-oh.
This year, they are celebrating Chinese New Year on an Air Max 98.
Oh,
Got a
Yeah.
few things going on here.
You said China?
Yes, Chinese New Year. A few things going on here. A little bit of a lot of details on this shoe.
Yeah, it is.
They took this is one of those you can see they took their time. There's a lot of inspiration that's in it.
Mhm.
Rome, how you feel about them?
I think Joey gonna rock these, B.
All right, but how
bro.
you feel about them?
Nah, I'm lying. Those is trash.
Y'all worried about me.
I don't like them, Joey.
Y'all too worried about me.
You knocking them?
Yeah, I knocked those, man. It's
Man,
just,
there's a
it's
lot
just
of
a little bit
action.
too much going
It's
on
too
in
much.
that joint, man.
It's so messy.
The colors, man. and
All right,
the-
Joey, how you feel
I
about them?
can't, man.
There's a whole lot going on,
Yeah,
man.
them
We
shit's too
got
messy.
we got snakeskin, we got floral.
Joey, you can't wear those
We
with some
got-
gray sweats, though,
got-
bro.
we
You
got
can pull 'em
snakeskin,
off.
we got floral, we got patent leather red.
Too much,
That's
man.
too
Just
much.
We
too
got
much.
we got the full Air Max bubble. We got the black
good.
bottom.
Them shits are like a
The tongue got the fucking what is that? I'm trying to see what material that
Them
is.
shits is-
It's too fucking much. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Yo,
So-
it's just too
going
much
on.
You
going
can't even
on.
decide. It's a knock.
Nah.
Nah.
These shits
Ralph,
are like
how you
the-
feel about
And
them?
I know them shit's gonna be like 180. I'm
Nah,
cool.
maybe more
For
than that.
nothing.
Nah,
Those
more
gonna
than
be
that.
more than that.
These
Those
shits
gonna
are like
at
these shits
least
like the
two-
low cost operations.
At least 230.
Like so you put you can't.
Oh yeah. The video, the board game.
Yeah, shit like you gotta pick out our lungs and all types
So
of
you
shit.
knocking them too, Ralph?
Yeah, I'm not fucking with those.
All right. How
Nah,
you feel about them?
I'm knocking these because these is definitely just a one and done on some real shit.
One and done.
You can't wear these more than once.
You and these one night stands,
You
man.
can't. You can't. Listen,
man.
listen, you can't do those more than
Oh.
once. You
Yo.
can't.
But me,
Much,
I'm
man.
rocking these.
You
I
now,
like-
you know what? I'm
I
not
like
mad
that.
at Mike.
That's
Cause
a
Mike,
Mike
that's a Mike
sneaker.
sneaker.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
that's
yeah,
a Mike
but
sneaker.
you got to be a sneakerhead to
No,
actually.
I
get
could
those.
do some
Yeah,
things. I
yeah.
like these a lot. I like the subtle details in them. They got the like the geishas and stuff all over them and whatnot.
Those are the type of sneakers
like
you wear
these a
leopard
lot.
print with.
Nah, you keep it simple, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, you let
You,
let the
wear a
sneaker
leopard
do
print
it.
jacket
that's a sneaker for the
or
ladies.
cheetah jacket or
Nah,
something
the
like that.
You let the sneaker talk for
Yeah.
you. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
the
yeah.
Sneaker gotta talk for
Yeah,
you.
those is fire for the ladies.
Yeah.
I'm rocking these. I like these joints.
You rock those, you just gotta be confident in
Yeah,
you know,
it's
in
simple,
the
yeah.
swag for the
That's
day.
Fit
right.
is
So
good. That
That's
fit
it.
is good.
You
Your
know,
outfit
I'ma
is
kill it.
good.
you rock those with a yellow jacket.
Yeah.
Cause ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They just gonna look at the sneakers. That's
Oh,
it. I'm
shit,
telling
that's
you.
True.
Yellow jacket.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Leopard speedo.
It shut up, leopard speedo.
Ain't
Chill.
nothing else, just the
Chill,
jacket.
you
Just
wildin',
the
yeah.
For the ladies, I'm
Nigga,
telling you,
flat.
this nigga's for the ladies.
Just the jacket.
Yeah,
Just the
word.
speedo.
It's just for the ladies.
Swimming pool sneakers.
All right, so we're gonna go on to the Air Jordan 8, the Urban Jungle Edition. These are coming out December 22nd.
I ain't seen it,
Re-
but I don't like the name
Well,
already.
retail for these is $190. What this is based off of the Peace Air Raid 2s. This is the inspiration behind the shoe. You know, the tribal print on the Air Raids, of course. This is what this is based off of. Rome, how you feel about them? Retail for those is
I feel
$190.
a knock coming. I ain't
190?
seen it
Yep.
yet, but I feel a knock
You
coming.
rocking or
190.
you knocking?
$200 joint.
Suede, right?
Yeah.
I like the colors though.
I don't know about the name.
I like the colors, but I'm gonna knock those.
That 190 is too much.
At 190 is too much. Man.
190 before tax is not
Yeah,
happening.
man.
I like
That's
these.
over too. You
You rocking them?
I'm rocking them.
Woo,
told you.
Joey!
Really?
I told you I had one.
Yes,
I
I
told
don't
you.
like the
Joey.
one, that 180.
listen,
but
I
like
knocked them and
those.
Joey rocking them, man.
Listen, the 8s is always gonna be in the
I
closet.
like those. Oh, you like those too?
I think you're better off wearing these for like the African Day Parade. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, they got.
No,
They
that's
got.
the point,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying that's why I
I
said
feel
I
that
like the
vibe.
colors. I
Yeah,
like the
I feel
colors,
that
but
vibe.
I'm not.
These
paying
remind me
190 for those.
of the In Living Color type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I'm rocking.
That's the Bruno
I'm
Mars.
rocking those. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
we
rocking
got
those.
we
You
got
can't do
3
those
rocks.
on-
You rocking
yeah.
too?
I'm
Nah,
rocking
I
those.
can't do it.
So we got 2 knocks and
Can't
2.
do them shits for
Nah,
Valentine's Day.
I'm
Mike
rocking
is
those.
deciding.
Yeah, I'm not-
You're not
I'm
rocking
rocking?
those?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he'll rock
That's
the,
like the African
I'll
Day
rock the other
Parade
joints.
joint.
he'll
I'm
rock
not
the
rocking
low cut operations though.
Yep, I rock the operations, bro. I'm not paying
I'll-
190
but
for
look,
these.
I'll
But what's the average
I'd
cost
rather-
of Jordans
not 190
though?
Not
The
that
average
Yeah,
cost
yeah.
of
190
Jordans.
is crazy.
I'd rather get the
And
Air
they gonna be
Raids.
200, right?
Give me the Air Raids
I'd
instead.
rather
Yeah.
buy something else because they look just like them anyway.
Give me that. That's what
Yeah.
these are based off of. Give me the
Yeah.
Air Raids
They
for
look like
120.
the Air Raids.
Yeah.
I'll take those.
I'm good.
Fire.
It's not a bad looking shoe though. Not for nothing. The detail on this is pretty
Yeah,
good.
it is.
I just
Yeah.
like the 8s. I got great memories balling in the 8s, so yeah.
All right,
I
we gonna move.
I
But those
like
are
the
suede
8s.
though, right?
Yes, they are. These are
Mhm.
suede.
Yeah.
We're the one time trying to go up the stairs on the train.
Yup.
It's a wrap.
You miss your step, it's over.
Is that
Yeah.
one scuff when you on the way up?
Yeah, you
on the up? Oh, it's a wrap. You done.
You brush
It's
them
yep,
shits.
he brushes forever.
Look like you was kicking
I gotta hide
doo-doo.
this scuff.
Look like you was
Done.
front kicking some doo-doo.
Oh, snap.
How you fuck your shits up? I was stomping somebody.
Start here real quick. All right. Next shoe we have. We previewed it on the last episode, but this time we're going to talk about it now. Adidas has come through again. I told y'all they took this year off. For next year, they coming back strong. They have a new shoe for their basketball line. They have 3 shoes that they're coming out with, but we just going to focus on one for tonight. They previewed the shoe last night at in Brooklyn at the Creators Warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Donovan Mitchell took the red eye from Utah to come there
To Brooklyn?
to Brooklyn.
Go ahead, Donovan.
Oh,
Shout out
wow.
to Donovan
That's
Mitchell.
why they been losing.
Flying to NY.
Yeah.
Look, he gotta get that star. He in Utah, bro.
Word.
He ain't getting no.
You're
Guma
right.
K came out from Connecticut Sun. She's an Adidas athlete. They had a few
Okay,
people in the
that's what's
building.
up.
And what they have debuted is their new basketball shoe, the Adidas Next Level.
That
Instead of E's, it's 3s. So on this shoe, this is your first basketball shoe with no laces, no tightening system.
Just slide
You
your
are
feet
putting your
inside.
foot
it.
inside, and
praying
you are
to
going
God.
on the court.
Praying to God.
You gotta hope that size is your size. Because
if
if
it
it ain't,
fly
there's a
off your
little bit
foot,
of room.
You done.
Rome, go ahead, look at those. The Adidas Next Level retail for these is gonna be $180. They are debuting in the top of the year. Rome, how you feel about them?
Sound like the fuck shoes sliding.
Who finna get hurt in these first?
180.
Donovan Mitchell trying to get or Trey Young.
Yo, they to be honest, they not that bad,
As
man.
for basketball shoes.
For basketball shoes,
So
not that bad.
You rocking and knocking.
I'll rock them to play ball, yes.
So you rocking those.
I'll rock those to play ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, how you feel about
I'll
them?
rock those to play
Passed
ball.
just mad quick, like,
No. I see.
I'll rock those to play ball, Joey.
I seen the pics of them earlier this week.
Oh, all right, all right. I didn't see them, so
I'm already over the whole no tongue.
So we see Jordan
Sneaker.
already got the strap where they
Yeah.
click in.
right.
They don't have nothing.
The LeBron
I like
15s
them
didn't
joints,
need
man.
laces,
This-
but they had them on. So,
Yeah,
it,
So
but it
the-
was the
these
full-
have to fit to
The
size.
KDs
like,
have
definitely.
a similar
say,
thing where
no
it has
tongue.
laces on it, but
It's
it don't
useless.
need it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Because
gonna
it's
be
just your
honest. I
size.
would probably rock these joints.
those are
Thank
good
you,
for
bro.
ball.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
would
I
rock
said.
these
for
I'll,
joints.
ball.
I'll rock for to
I
play
don't know.
ball in.
What's the
definitely.
retail for these?
180.
180.
Nah,
I hope y'all.
nah,
I'll pay the 180.
Yeah,
nah.
you better.
The
off-
most I'd probably pay for those is like a buck.
Buck, yeah.
A buck.
180.
Even at Macy's, here you go.
Now,
I'll
if they
pay-
were,
I'll
you know
pay
what's
that shit off
crazy
slowly.
is if they were Nikes, then I may consider.
Facts.
I may consider if they were
Facts.
Oh
Nike.
boy.
Here we
But
go with the
because-
name brand
but because
stuff,
they're
man.
because they're
Because of the
Adidas,
name,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
this all the time
Yeah.
on the podcast, man.
A dope shoe is a dope,
Dope
shoe.
shoe, that's
No,
it.
no, I
man.
hear you. But at the same token, I think that it's based off of credibility. You know what I mean? And I think Nike has a better credibility than Adidas right now.
So you feel like
Adidas
if you
is on
put
the
your
come
foot
up.
in some Adidas, your ankle gonna fall off.
No.
But if they was
On
Nike,
the-
they not.
No.
If, listen,
I agree.
listen,
Go for a
listen.
layup.
If
I
y'all
would-
don't see what
if
Derrick
they
Rose
was
is
if
doing,
they was Nike and they, you know, if the shoe fell off me, then I'd be suing Nike. I'd probably get a lot more money than I would
From Adidas.
from Adidas.
Facts.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm
Y'all
basing this off of credibility.
y'all don't see what Derrick Rose doing in his Adidas. He hooping.
Yeah, no. I got
It
a
took
pair
him
of
like
D
8 years,
Roses.
but he
I
doing
got a
all
pair
right
of D
right now.
Roses.
That's what I'm
D
saying,
Rose
man.
joints is fire.
He dropped 50, yo.
Yeah, I
That's
got a pair
that's
of D Roses.
Adidas.
That's
It don't make
Adidas.
no sense to pay $200 for a pair of socks. You know what I'm saying? When they just with the lines on
That-
the
I like 'em. I'm
inside,
rocking.
man.
That's my. I'm not
I'm
rocking.
rocking.
No,
For
but
me,
I-
Just put the lines on them.
Nah, but what I think is happening now is the fact that we are now training ourselves to think that the higher the price, the better the shoe,
Facts.
better the quality. That's not necessarily true, which is probably why Adidas is following Nike's their whole model. Like, all right, let's just price this higher. Why you think Kanye's is causing so much money? Kanye West sneakers is ass. I don't care what you say.
I
They're
see them shits on
ass.
every
They look like
Yeah,
slipper
that's
socks.
Yes.
I
They're
see them shits on
ass.
every
I will
teenager
never
food.
buy a
Yeah.
pair of Yeezys in my life. And to kind of sidetrack a little bit, the Yeezys are doing so bad this year that I'm getting emails every day from East Bay telling me that they on sale.
Oh yeah, that they there. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're available.
Yeah,
They're
you
available more now than
Right,
ever.
right. You
It's
know what I
true.
mean?
But I don't think that has anything to do with the sneaker. I think it has more to do with Kanye.
With him.
himself.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's the
you-
problem.
you
Oh
could
yeah,
get the-
no, it's he's fucking up his
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, you could get the sneaker with the MAGA hat.
Yeah.
You get, it's like it's the Kanye messes.
What I'm confused about is, are they not selling or they just available?
They're available.
They're
like
available.
before, these were instant sellouts, resale market. We
Yeah.
talking $500, $600.
All right, but
Right.
So they're not
because-
selling.
Listen,
I don't know. If
They-
that,
they
I don't know if
eventually
that's-
sell-
right.
They eventually.
Coincides.
The thing is too, they eventually go on.
Mhm.
And the thing is though, you got to realize when Adidas and Yeezy Supply see that they aren't moving,
Right.
they pull those pairs.
Yeah.
So they have a
So now it's based
sellout.
off of order.
It's
It's
Yeah,
a sellout,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
they sold out. They sold out.
Right.
They decided to pull the pairs. The thing where you really see it is in store.
Mhm.
When you go to a Foot Locker and you
Mhm.
can see
Yeah.
a pair of Yeezys. Before that wasn't happening.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, you had to
But-
ask.
but this
You
is
had to
why-
ask. You got
That's
the
the
Yeezys.
difference.
But this is why I'm confused. Well, I never went to the store and asked
Yeah, I
for
ain't asked
Yeezys
for them either.
Me
supplies.
neither.
Nah.
Never.
But
never.
what I'm confused about is, like, before he went crazy, like, if you listen to his interviews, he been saying, yo, I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to have my sneakers more available.
Available
I
for
want
everybody.
my clothes to be more available. So I'm thinking, like, is it really
Nah.
Nah,
this
this-
shit
now
not
wait,
selling,
now this
or
is-
is
this
his
is the
shit
thing.
being more available
This
like
is
he
the
wanted
thing.
them
No,
to?
no.
Yeah,
They-
the size 12s for everyone in your 1-year-old. That's the availability.
Well, not
That-
they. What they did was too. The numbers came out before on the production numbers.
Okay.
Right.
That second go round of Zebras
Mm-hmm.
was the only shoe that was highly produced. Like these Salt Yeezys that came
Mhm.
out,
Yeah.
there wasn't a high number of these that came out.
That's
These
true.
are supposed to be a limited,
So those are
shoes,
just
Limited
sitting there.
edition.
and these
type.
are sitting. The
Okay.
the Zebras we understood; those was available everywhere.
Everywhere,
It was
right.
on purpose.
Yep.
But this version of Zebras that we got is different than the original version.
Okay.
Not the same bottom, nothing like that.
Mhm.
So we do have a problem now with Yeezy with the fact that they aren't selling in limited numbers.
Okay.
So if they're not selling in limited numbers,
Right.
That's the only part I didn't understand.
We got a problem.
I've been hearing them say for like the last 5 interviews, yo, I want my clothing, I want my sneakers to be available for more people.
the last thing
Yeah, but
that
that's a
really-
crock.
I didn't-
That's a
Yeah.
crock because you're
Well, no, no,
selling
I think
holy
Kanye do.
T-shirts at $100 prices. Anybody can make that same T-shirt. The quality is no different from a Fruit of the Loom. The only difference is it's labeled, it's branded as a Kanye a piece of clothing.
Well,
said
he's
this
just
ear-
trying.
he said
Well,
this
he's trying to
earlier,
get.
though.
He's
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get money
No,
off
that's a
hype
fact.
beast. That's easy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
went back
Yeah.
to his Louis Vuitton
Yeah,
phase.
yeah,
that was just
yeah.
him doing the high fashion thing.
He was just
Right.
getting
He started
money
a
off the
whole.
hype
He
beast.
started a whole little trend thing with the book bag, the Jordans.
'Cause
Yeah,
he had
yeah,
all
the
the kids
backpack,
doing
yeah,
that back
Because
then.
any,
you know?
because
Yeah.
you look at any brand that's similar to that. You look at any like Off-White or anything
Mhm.
like that. That's like a
Mhm.
regular T-shirt or a
Mhm.
skateboard type
Yeah.
brand. It's
They all
T-shirts
doing the
with,
same
with
thing, yeah.
designs
Regular,
on
yeah.
it. That's $80 or
Mhm.
plus. Like, you know what I mean? So,
I'm not
But you
going.
said the same thing earlier. It's just a matter of not even the name. It's a matter of the price. If we price it higher, it makes it seem like
It's a better product.
Some things
Yeah.
are more luxury. Like it was funny
that's exactly what he said.
Mhm.
that you talking
Word.
about that because yesterday, Payless
Mhm.
decided.
I love that
Mhm.
store,
Ye-
by the way. Pay less.
Oh,
Listen,
Dope.
don't listen. That BOGO, buy one get one.
Yeah.
What to buy?
But what the nah, listen. Payless. I'm telling you, Payless is gonna start.
What they
Watch
got in
when I
there?
tell you. Payless they got champions. They
Nah,
got the Shacks. They got the Marlberries.
Oh my God.
They
Pretty
got the
soon,
Marlberries in there?
pretty
Yeah.
soon,
Oh, I
they're
gotta go
gonna have
take a
K
look.
Swiss. I guarantee. Pretty soon they're gonna have K Swiss.
Those are classics.
I got on K Swiss right now.
The Marlberries?
I ain't get them from Payless, but
The Marlberries? They got the Marlberries in
Yo,
Payless?
I promise you, I was in
gotta
Atlanta.
go
I was
take
in
a look.
Atlanta early this month.
I gotta go take
I
a
was
look
in Atlanta
at that.
early this month, and I was
If
like,
they in
yo,
there, I gotta
was
cop.
like, yo, should I?
You should have. You should have, man.
Yeah,
You should have and brought them back to NY, man.
You know what? And it was pretty inexpensive. They was $29.99.
There we go. That's a good
$29.99,
price.
but
Now
I
they
was
used to be 15 though, wasn't it?
He got new factories. That nigga
Yeah,
got
no,
new
no.
technology.
He's over in
He
China.
got new material.
Yeah,
now,
he's
right?
over in
Yeah.
China. He's
All
doing
right,
his
but
thing
it's
in China.
$30
Yeah.
though. That's
$30.
good.
The
That's good
Starburys
though.
I seen, they look like Uptowns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
They look
okay,
like, they look like
okay.
babes.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
You play?
Oh, that's what was in there.
Yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Stapes.
They got
I
the-
was, I was.
Those.
Star,
That's
the
the
Star
capes.
babes.
Yeah,
Star
no,
babes.
I wasn't trying to.
They
I
got the
wasn't trying
China
to do
leather.
all
Or
that.
trying to get
All
ranked
right,
on
we
one
good.
time.
Good, good.
The Stapes.
I still want to see them
Space
shits, yo. I gotta
Yo.
see them shits.
All right,
The
but
big stars.
but Payless, what they did was they opened up a storefront and they put it under a fake name in LA, and they jacked up the prices on
No.
Payless shoes,
No.
and they was charging $500, $800
That
for
cats was
sneakers,
buying
for
them.
shoes and stuff, and people lost their minds,
Mhm.
and everything in the store sold out. It was
I believe
Payless
it.
quality,
That's what
I
you
believe it.
said.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Payless quality,
Mhm.
and everything sold out in this
That's
store.
crazy,
It was
dude.
amazing.
Was
to
it
see.
was it like a test? They were just
Yeah.
testing
They
it.
were just testing the
Yo.
market to show people, look, you see?
Wow.
Point
But look,
proven.
the shoe is quality, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so come to Payless, come
Yeah.
get your BOGO.
Yeah. I'm
and
telling
let's
you.
go.
I'm telling
That's
you.
crazy, B.
Mhm.
That's pretty.
Crazy.
That's a good marketing strategy right there.
Yeah, but,
Well-
but it's point proven, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Put the price higher. Everybody wants to cop them. Like, oh, these
Niggas
are
cop
shit.
some champions for $500.
Nah, I'm
But you
good.
know what's crazy is Cats
You
is,
were asked
but
if you got
Cats is
some
rocking
champions.
champion clothing though. You
No,
know what I mean? Why not have the
clothing-
full
I
outfit?
don't want no
though?
champions.
Champion got the champion Tims. With the champion Tims
That's
sweatsuit.
different. That's a
That's
collab.
too much.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
want
your
chick
man,
with a
though.
collab.
That's your man, Lance Stevenson. B.
There you go.
He rocking that. Yo,
He
I
will
saw him
rock
posting it up
Listen,
all
all
on
it takes is
Instagram. and
all it
that.
takes is one.
He
though.
got the champion Tims with the sweatsuit and all.
All
that,
it takes
man.
is
You know
one.
what I mean?
All
I
it
saw
takes is
that. I
one.
definitely
Yeah,
did see
yeah.
that.
I mean, to each his own. You know. What
I ain't
mean?
wearing no champion.
But I ain't wearing no
sneakers.
champion sneakers.
What about
I'm not wearing
Fila?
no
Would you rock
champion
Fila?
Tims. Fila?
Fila's been fire for the ladies lately.
Yes, for the
Yeah,
ladies.
For the
definitely.
ladies, but not the
They
fellas.
wearing the shit out
I'm
them
good.
spike
I'm not
bottoms
wearing. They
from
Yes.
got
Outfit.
spikes for the
yeah.
dudes.
Outfitters.
I'm not wearing no
I
spikes
can't
on the
do
bottom.
Killing the
I'm
shit
not
out
doing
them
that.
Yeah, they got
Urban
the spike
Outfitters
bottoms
shit.
heavy.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
and they getting them all from Urban Outfitters, like Joey said.
Uh-huh.
man.
That's
what
the
they getting
hipster
them
wear.
from.
That's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
hipster wear.
Yeah, definitely.
Ain't no felines I would really wear.
Nah, me
Nah.
neither. yo.
Even if they reach back in the
Look,
vault, ain't
even
nothing
if
to
they
reach
pull
to.
out some Grand Hills or
I
some
was
Just
Jamal
gonna say
Mashburn,
the
I-
Grand
I-
Hills.
I'm good.
The Grand Hills
I'm
is
good.
dope though. I had
They
a pair
were.
of Grand
They were.
Hills.
I did too.
Jerry
but
Stackhouse
I'm
ain't
good.
walking out that.
Them
Jamal
joints is
Mashburn
nice.
is not walking.
Yo.
Listen, bro, our feet
Yo,
are different, man.
yeah, I
you gonna hurt
know.
your feet, man. You better chill, man.
But them Grants was hard though.
Nah, them joints was
Them
fire. It
Grants
was
was
fire.
hard. I remember I
It
had
was
them in
fire.
sixth grade.
Y'all
I had
better
the
get
blue
y'all
and white
some
joints.
Vans or something.
Word.
man.
I'd rather wear
Relax.
some Vans before I wear some felines.
I'm with you with
Yeah.
that. Some Vans.
I rock
Felines, them joints
Some
is
British
bricks.
Knights.
Yeah, them joints
I said British Knights. Word. Throwing the British
They
Knights.
still make them shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't know that?
That and Pony.
Pony.
I know
Yeah.
Pony. I know
Yeah,
Pony.
Pony.
British Knights
No,
too.
no.
Yeah.
Listen,
No,
Pony.
20.
Listen.
Whoa, that's too high. 10.
20 out of 10?
10.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
don't get caught out here.
I
They,
saw some fire
listen,
joints
if
at
you
20
got for
though.
20, you
Yeah.
getting 2 pairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You better tell them, ain't no
Yeah,
tax
And you
on
getting
these.
two different
Let's go.
colors
Nah,
too,
but
bro.
Pony is really known for its apparel too. Like you'll see a lot of athletes, a lot of sports people wearing Pony.
Yo, Pony, hit us up. We
Bro.
all need some sponsorship.
Word,
man.
yo.
I'll rock
Word.
some
Listen.
Ponies
I'll
up
rock
with
some
the
Ponies.
quick.
You told me to rock one of them
Let
sweatsuits,
me
and
tell
I
you.
got some sneakers. I'm rocking.
Listen,
Holla at
listen
us,
on this
man.
podcast,
Old
start
school
wearing
shit.
it. Start
Holla at
wearing
us,
it.
man.
Pony, what's
All
up?
you got to do is start wearing
What's
it.
up?
Listen,
Holla
send the
at us.
check.
Them shits everywhere.
Send the
Hey.
check. Send the check. We'll start wearing it if you send that check.
All of that.
Yo, I'm about
That's
to, I'm
it.
about to
Watch
follow
those
them
prices
on
go up.
IG.
Word, me too,
Those
man.
prices will go up.
Now keep it at
Pony
10. Keep it at 10.
Nah, they could go 10. I wear wear them $10 joints.
We're not going higher than 25.
They have 25.
25 is the cutoff.
Plus
we
tax,
need to
plus
take
tax.
I want
no
everybody.
taxes in
I
New
want.
York, bro.
I want to do it, and we set trends, and everybody like, yo, they $25 right there, bro.
Yeah.
Go
Rock
get 'em.
those joints.
Go
And
Go
you got
get
them
'em.
telling them, yeah, I got them for 150, but they call phonies. Couldn't cop the phonies.
PHONY.
That's
Go
right.
cop
That
those.
with a PH.
Go cop
Yo,
those.
crazy.
Oh, and why?
All right, we got one more for the Rock and Knock before we get into the interview. Nike has decided to
Okay.
step forward and make a new pair of Vapor Maxes for 2019.
Okay, here we
A
go.
new
Vapor
pair
Max.
of Vapor Maxes.
I don't like where this is
How they
going.
look?
New Vapor Max, the Air Max Vapor Max 2019
It's
edition.
about to be bad.
Retail for these are $190.
I could see. I could see.
The
it
Vapor
roll
Max?
The
eyes.
Vapor
This sound like
Max.
this just sound like you ain't supposed to sell those to children.
They have kids versions too. That's
Yeah,
a
I know.
crazy thing.
Vapor Max.
This
Vapor-
about to be
Vapor
bad.
Max.
Rome, how you feel about them?
Wait, this is not 3M, right?
Nah,
No,
not
that's
that I
just-
know.
that's
I think
just
it's just
regular
silver.
silver,
Yeah, I
right?
think it's just silver.
Yeah.
Rome, what they look like?
I'll pass, me.
You knocking them?
I'm knocking those. I'm good.
If Rome ain't fuck with it, I'm not.
I ain't
doing
got a
it.
pair.
I already
Yo,
know it.
I ain't got a pair of paper back. Look at Joey's face.
How you feel, Joey?
Yo, that bubble though, you
I'm
see the
good,
Yo, the
bro.
bubbles are getting
I'm
out of
good,
control
man.
now.
I
They're
can't,
getting out
yo.
of
It's
control.
a girl sneaker.
It looks like it.
It look like a lady sneaker. It look like something that would look.
Yeah.
That would
I'm
look
good. I'll pass.
Nah,
I'm
nah,
good.
nah, those would look good on the ladies.
Nah,
like
you
I
said how much is he?
190.
Nah, that's ridiculous.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't
got
do
like-
that. Yeah, I couldn't
Like I
do
said
that.
earlier,
They got like
you put
2
those-
feet of bubble. On
Yeah,
there.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
see
can't.
myself.
Yo, Joey,
I'm
Yeah.
good.
if you
beloved.
6 foot, you're gonna be like 6'3" with those
I'm
joints.
good.
Yeah. I'd get them if they were like $69.99.
Now look,
I would
y'all
never
know
give
me
them.
with Vapor Max.
Mike, don't
Hold
do
on.
it.
Can I
Please.
finish?
Mike, don't
Can
even
I
do
finish?
it, bro.
He gonna do those again. He gonna do those
Oh,
with the speedos.
Yep.
The speedos again.
Can I finish?
Come
Hold
on,
on.
Mike,
No.
let him go. Wait, let him go.
Let me
Let him go.
finish.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Now y'all know I don't like Vapor Maxes
Right.
at all.
Right.
Now I don't like these,
Oh, okay.
but I do believe that these are better than last year editions.
Okay. All right. I
I
can deal
don't
with
like
that.
these still. The Vapor Max bottom to me will never. It won't work.
Whoop-de-doo.
But you like.
But it did. I like this better. If they would have came out with this first, I would have been maybe more inclined
to bottom.
to like Vapor Max
I
more.
can see those again.
Mhm.
Let me see those.
I'm cool,
Compared to
beloved.
last year version, like last year's version was too narrow.
Right.
The bottom looked ridiculous. I think this looks more like an actual sneaker you could
It
tie
does.
up and wear
I
and
can't.
stuff like that.
I'm
It's-
still.
it's
I don't like them.
So you knocking them though?
I'm knocking
Oh,
them,
okay,
but I
alright.
think that they're better
than
than what came out last year.
Nah,
So
you-
by 2021, we should be in.
Yeah, we might have some by 2021. We might have some.
Them
not
joints
being
gonna make you
business.
like 6'8".
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna be
and
rocking
you only 6
moon
foot,
boots.
6'1", yo.
Those are gonna be like moon boots.
Doing the full aluminum foil outfit.
Yeah, nah.
Now you got the 3M when you go running.
Oh, true,
Everybody see you.
True.
That's it.
True. All right.
Those is crazy.
Yeah.
They not awful.
They not. They not.
They're
They
not
not awful.
awful.
But they just.
They
I
not-
agree with you on what you said about
Yeah.
yo. Last year's joints was like crazy.
It'll
but
to me,
those
it'll
were
be
all good.
interesting to see these in Nike Town.
Right.
Go see these in. I just want to see what they
Yeah, I
look
want to
like.
see them in
Yeah.
person
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Even a different colorway, because there is a 49er colorway,
Like that.
red and gold.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Red
not
and
bad.
gold, and
That's
the-
a
and
different-
the-
that's a-
See,
that's a
I
different
need to
story.
see
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
I
yeah.
need-
That's
I
a
It needs
different
it needs to be on
conversation.
display.
And
It
the
needs
bubble,
to be on
and the
display.
bubble, the whole bottom is red.
Also,
Yeah, it need to be on
The-
display.
the Flyknit
Cardi
wasn't
might rock
working
those.
at all.
On those, exactly.
The Flyknit just
Mm.
wasn't working at all.
But this looks a lot like, to me, it doesn't look as tight. Like when
Yeah.
you, I don't know if any of y'all have tried on Vapor
I
Maxes.
have.
When you try them joints on,
yeah.
Your feet feels different.
where the laces are supposed to be is super narrow and it's
Uh-huh.
tight. So if
Yeah.
you have any semblance of a wide foot,
Yeah.
and the thing is though, they fit true to size
Right.
Yeah.
lengthwise,
Mhm.
but they're mad narrow. So you got to go up a half a size. You got mad space in the front.
Right.
So you got to keep the tissue from your shoe
Yeah.
in the shoe.
To
So
put
you
it in
gotta-
every time
you
you
gotta
put
roll
them bad
your
boys
ankle
away.
Basically.
to
That'll
put
make
the
it
Yeah.
easy.
mold.
Or wear a double sock.
It's useless. Well, that's why I said this one looks a little bit better. It looks like
get-
it'll
I get-
fit true to size. You can adjust it. Pause. I'm saying pause now. But I like a shoe with a tongue. Where you can move it. I said pause.
You did.
Where you
did.
can
Yeah,
move it
yeah.
because you could adjust the shoe
Yeah.
to
true.
you personally.
That's true.
It's not no one size fits all
Right.
kind of thing.
That's a fact.
Yo, who's
Gotcha.
Skittles?
I got you, bro.
Oh, my bad. All right. Because
Nah.
I didn't see the iced tea. I thought it might have been, if you had the iced tea, then I would have known it was yours.
What's up, bro? You can help yourself. You can help yourself.
Pause Skittles. Is, you
Taste the rainbow. The Marshawn Lynch's. But now we're gonna get into the interview portion. We got Ralph here. Make a headway. Make a headway with that Facts record.
Pause. Yep.
Drew's. Oh yeah. It's gonna be one of those. I see. It's gonna be one of those. I gotta watch.
It's Harlem shit.
Yeah, I know.
I'll turn it down.
But nah,
You know.
with Drewski,
Yes.
with Camilo going all over,
Yes.
getting some headway. Was just recently at Power 105.
Yes.
Yep.
Making
DJ
making
Tatum,
moves.
man.
Mhm.
Shout out
Making
to him.
moves. So congratulations to you,
Tantrum.
sir.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Tantrum.
Yes. Making moves. Congratulations to you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank
Getting
you.
popping. So we're gonna get this started.
I got
If-
a couple DJs actually. It was
Go ahead. Give us the rest of them. Give us the
my
rest of
man,
them.
my man DJ Mike Money, DJ Static,
Okay.
DJ Scenario, DJ Gino Del Toro, couple of them. DJ Kickass in Atlanta,
Here we go.
Yeah,
I
man.
like it.
DJ Basepay in Germany.
Yes, yes.
Who did I forget? I'm forgetting one more, but you know, yeah. Push DJs in Vegas,
Here we go.
Miami.
So we getting that
There you
love.
go. Yeah.
Getting that love.
Yeah.
That's all we want. So I want to ask, how would you describe your musical style to someone who hasn't heard your music before?
I don't want to say it's you know what, I ain't even gonna say it. My style, I would say, is a little bit of sort of nostalgic, where we sort of had that golden era,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we could, and it's still there in a sense. It's just a little harder to find it on radio nowadays. You can't find it on like the major platforms as far as, you know, the major radio stations, but you can always find it on a lot of underground stations, a lot of Instagram stations where they have all this information and all this music out, where they still push it. You know, it's just unfortunately rap is so broad now,
Mm-hmm.
where people confuse. For instance, they'll call something that's trap hip hop. That's not hip hop. It's trap. It's rap music, but it's not. It's not
Hip hop.
hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like having a Latin song, a Latin. You know, you've got the Latin. You got bachata, salsa, merengue. You know, all these different flavors, but they're all considered Latin music.
Right.
So you tell anyone, yo, this merengue is bachata, they'll catch a fit.
Yeah, that ain't it. Yeah, that's a fact.
they'll
That's
catch
a fact.
Like, no, that's
a
salsa.
fact.
What are you
No,
talking
that-
about?
Yeah.
Like,
There's
they'll
a
catch
difference.
fit.
Yeah,
there's a difference. You know, trap music. If they have a trap music video, you're gonna see them break dancing. You're gonna see the graffiti on the walls. You know, that whole essence that we grew up with as children back in the day. I remember they was drinking beers on the trains. Back when drinking and smoking in the train stations was legal, and they had it all spray paint all over the trains. Nah, train stations all clean now.
Word.
You know,
I seen a few trains bombed a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
A
little bit.
all right, yeah, because you can still you can still chill on the last cart and nothing will happen to you.
That's a fact.
And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back in the day,
The
you
J
couldn't do
train
that.
is
Yeah.
kind of safe
Right
right
now.
now.
Back in
Yeah,
the day,
yeah.
you ain't want to be in the back of the car.
Nah, man. You had a
You
chain.
sat next to the
Don't
conductor.
even tuck it in. For real.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You take the chain off, put it in your pocket if you're in that last car. You know, you know, it's not the same. So that's the confusion. And you know, I think if people just realize that, people won't get so caught up in arguing like, oh, that's trash music. It's its own wave. That's all it is. Trap is its own wave. Hip hop is still its own wave. You know, but trap only exists because of hip hop, and hip hop is in rap, and
So-
it's there.
So my question is, do you think hip hop should be genre, like should have different genres
Yes.
in it? The same way rock has different genres,
Yes.
Latin music. So you think hip hop
Yes.
as well should have different genres? So trap is a genre.
Yes.
What other genres would we have? Like there would be adult contemporary, because like I think Jay and Nas have switched
Yeah.
over to adult contemporary rap music, where it's a totally different message from what you
Wow.
got from them earlier.
Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
I think
agree.
we
It's
need
the
to have
evolution.
that.
It's
Yeah.
the evolution of their
Alternative.
career.
Yeah, there's alternative rap.
Classical.
But even rock, even like Tech Nine would be the leader of the rock and roll
Yeah.
Right.
rap.
He would
music.
be the
Uzi
Kid
Vert
Rock.
and-
The
Yeah.
Kid
He
Rock.
would be the
Lil
hip hop
Uzi
Kid
Vert
Rock.
and
Lil
you know?
Uzi Vert, like Lil Uzi Vert is more rock music, and then he got like a little hip hop vibe to it. So maybe you're right.
But
We
that'd
do
be
need.
dope. Then if they did break that,
Yeah.
up. That is cool. I never even thought about.
Yeah,
it.
we
That's
should have
fire.
I mean,
genres.
I'm gonna be honest. They probably already working on it
They
because
need to.
that's how they're spreading out the different categories for the award
Yeah.
shows. You know what I
Spotify
mean?
gonna have it soon. They're gonna
Oh,
have
sure.
breakdowns. of
Yeah,
each thing.
yeah,
That's,
I think
that's
so.
dope. That's dope. That's dope.
So for you, who's your top 5 favorite MCs all time, and then who's your top 5 current MCs right now, not including yourself? I know you.
Nah, I don't include myself.
Okay.
I would say, what's the first one you said for
all time. Your top 5 favorite MCs all time.
M? That's an easy one.
Okay.
I would say Pun,
Okay.
Pac. What I said? Pun, M, Pac.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would say Biggie, but Biggie didn't have enough content.
He didn't
for
have
it.
enough
Yeah,
material.
man.
Okay.
He had 2
I
albums.
think he would have had more had he not been bodied. Jay. Hov,
Okay.
Hov, and Jadakiss has been around for a while. I could give it.
So
to
you're gonna
Jada.
Kiss at
You-
5.
I could
Definitely,
give it to
you
Jada.
definitely a Jada fan, man.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
definitely listen to Jada.
Yeah.
Those ain't bad picks. Those ain't bad
Word.
picks.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Now,
man.
who you rocking with currently as your top 5?
Jada,
Mm-hmm.
Fab,
Okay.
Royce the 5'9".
Love Royce.
Royce is
Love
my
Royce.
dude.
Man, right now. Man, that's a tough one. The other two, I just.
Nah, I feel
No. You know what? I could give it the J. Cole
okay.
and Kendrick.
Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely do that.
Now I got a question about Fab. I think Rome know what I'm about
Okay.
to say about
Yeah.
Fab.
Yeah, go ahead. I
Now-
already know this gonna get into a whole
Nah,
nother
nah,
thing.
nah, but
Why everybody got questions
I know
about
where I
Fab,
stand
yo?
on that though.
I want to have a
Go ahead,
conversation.
listen to the.
Now, I feel this is just me. You feel the same way too.
Yes, I do.
I feel since there is no competition too, Fab hasn't really put out anything of substance.
That's our opinion.
I feel
I feel
Fab
the same
is
way.
in a-
Lately.
I
I
feel
think
he's in a
fell
dry
off
spell.
crazy.
Like when we listen to Fab and you see the stuff on Twitter and stuff, I think Fab now we finish everything Fab going to say. I've been doing that anyway. I don't rap. I shouldn't finish your bars for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I shouldn't finish your bars.
Like you can
wow.
almost
Like
expect
when
what he
he
gonna say.
rap, you can definitely.
Yeah. I'm
guess
just glad
what-
he
Yeah.
stopped
what
spelling his
next one-
name.
Right.
Remember that
Spelling
shit?
it wrong, messing up everybody
Yo.
as kids.
Nigga.
Go
Stop
ahead,
spelling
go
your
ahead,
name.
man.
We know who you are.
All right.
And you spelling it wrong.
I can tell you this. All right, even though you can figure out how to maybe finalize and finish where he's going, you didn't know where he's starting. The way he starts it off is pretty creative. You got to remember, Fab never really puts out anything. Fab usually puts out something around the holidays, a little bit after New Year's.
Yeah, the shootout.
Yeah, but
joints.
I think
And then
Fab
he
is a collab
disappears.
artist. He's a better as a collab artist. A lot of his hit records have to do with either somebody big on a hook or he's collaborating with somebody. Or his big records.
So what
Lil
was
Mo.
So wait, what was Fab last big record?
Yeah, but remember, Breathe.
Yeah, Breathe was hard.
Breathe was hard.
So what was Fab last big record?
Breathe was almost.
Was it with
20 years
Neo?
ago.
Or no, his last big record. It was either with
What?
Neo
That
or
you be killing them,
Well, he
girl.
had-
You be killing
yeah,
them.
but he,
or what's
that
the
was
bag?
that was in the early
Well,
2000s.
yeah.
man.
Throw it in the bag.
Throw it in the
Throw it in the
bag.
bag. That
Yeah,
was
Trey
in the
Songz.
early
Same
2000s.
time.
The joint with
But
Trey
he-
Songz.
But he had a feature.
The joint with the
All
joint
those,
with French.
all those
the
joints
joint
y'all
with
saying
French.
Open
is
your mouth.
early
Some shit like
2000s.
open your
Say
mouth.
ah.
Pause. Say
Yeah,
ah.
You
Pause.
said open your mouth.
But he did. Yeah.
But nah, he had a more recent joint with French Montana. I think
that's
it was
a
called
feature.
Ball Drop or something like that.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah, I
Feature.
heard that. I heard
That's what I'm
that
saying.
too.
He's a
I
he's a
heard that.
collab
joint.
artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a
But-
collab artist.
But he does that around the New Year's, right after New Year's, and
Yeah.
he disappears again.
Yeah.
That's what he does. You know, he'll have a mixtape out, but that's it. Those songs, that's it. An album, and you won't hear none of the rest of the other songs. You only have those. And his punchlines, but I could say he's one of the only lyrical artists, punchline wise, where you could do that too. He might be doing that purposely.
I look at it like this. Fab is a teenager to early 20s type of MC.
He's your
And
introduction to rap. I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
your high school rapper.
He still
Yeah.
he still dresses like that.
Yeah.
He's not trying to appeal to us. See, like if he like, I'm sure he would. He wanted to like mature more in his music, but he makes hookah lounge type.
He know his lane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
lane
yeah.
is for people who watch Love and Hip Hop and
Right,
stuff like that.
right. You're absolutely right.
19-year-olds, college students that are kids that don't really go to college, but like they're on the block. They trying to be They're trying to be lit. They're trying to get their IG popping. That's his crowd.
But now that's the thing though.
But he know his lane.
Because he's
Yeah.
been rapping for what we talking about 20 years almost. We
Damn
don't
near,
expect
yeah.
some kind of progression.
I
At
feel
some
like,
point,
I
Not
feel
not
like,
if he
Nah,
thinks
his
if he think it ain't
punchlines,
broke. If
I
he
don't
think it
know.
ain't broke,
Yeah,
why try to fix it? You
I
know what
agree.
mean?
I
Okay.
agree. He's been saying
I
that.
feel
Yeah.
like he was at a fork in the road where, similar to where Meek Mill, Jay-Z, guys like this, like kind of street rappers that
Mhm.
have some sort of mainstream appeal.
They got a choice.
They have to
They have
commercialize.
They either not really commercialize. It's more like reinvent themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To
To
stay
keep
relevant.
up.
to keep
To
up
stay
with
relevant.
what's going on.
Not
Sure.
really, not really keep up, but it's like a maturation. There was like a space where Jay-Z matured.
To keep
Mhm.
up though.
Yeah.
Jay-Z matured, and Meek Mill. I feel like we're seeing Meek Mill mature
Maturing,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Like he's being like the face of
The
like.
prison reform.
I think
and
I think
stuff.
Yeah,
Jay Z
yeah.
Jay Z
Prison
matured
reform.
off the Black album. I think
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Black
hell yeah.
album is where Jay Z was just like,
Don't
He
want
helped-
to suit,
he
get a
helped
tape it up.
He helped a lot of people
yeah,
grow
yeah.
up, man.
And
La
Fab-
Bam Dua.
where Meek and Hov made the right, Fab made the left, and be like, you know what? I'm gonna double down on this youth
Right,
shit.
right.
I don't care if I'm 40 years old. I'm
I'ma
gonna
still
I'm gonna
do-
stay in high school
Yeah,
forever
yeah,
like
yeah.
Fresh Prince.
But see,
But
the
that's
thing
his
is,
thing,
That's
though.
actually pretty
Yeah,
smart
that's
though.
what I'm
It is,
saying.
That's
but the
actually
thing is,
really
though, I
smart.
don't hear no kids talk about Fab like that though. They make fun of Fab now
Mm.
more than anything.
I don't
Listen,
hear it,
we
so-
work with the youth, so and we
Yeah.
talk
I
about
feel- but-
I'm talking about with the 4th and 5th graders that
Right,
we
what
work
the-
with.
what are they-
If you talk to them about Fab right now,
They be
they'll
like,
be
"Who's
like,
that?"
"Oh, nah,
But
he's
I
trash."
feel
Really?
like
They'll say that. I'm
that
telling you, I'm dead
demographic-
serious.
but
And we
that's not-
talking 4th or 5th graders. They 10, 11, you
But
know.
that
that
age is
age.
too
for
young
me,
for
it's
this
either
demographic.
Fab or Lloyd Banks, but Lloyd Banks is gone.
Yeah.
To me,
Ba-
Fab
Banks
and
fell
Lloyd
off.
Banks was
Banks,
like
Lloyd
well,
Banks
Banks
been
wasted all
fell
his
off.
balls his
Yeah.
first album.
Yeah.
And he did
Yeah.
have the personal problem, but Banks wasted a lot of his balls the first. Unfortunately,
He
I
gave
don't
it-
think he
I
took
feel
enough
like he did
initiative.
too many
No,
He didn't
mixtapes.
take
Lloyd
enough
Banks had a
initiative.
hot moment. He had a
did.
hot
He did.
moment,
He
but
did.
and he was spitting.
but
Don't
those
get it
was
twisted.
was
was.
leftover 50 songs.
Yeah.
They were.
Those
They
was
were.
leftover
And
50
But 50 was
songs.
like, listen, I done got you to crawl.
Yeah.
Now you got to walk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they didn't. They
That's
wasn't
why
ready
he
to
don't.
walk.
That's why he don't bang
They
with
didn't
him
take
like
off them
that.
training wheels.
Nah,
Like,
but
nah.
I feel like Banks don't care about songs. He just want to spit 42 bars.
Yeah.
But the
Every-
42 bars is not even that.
But that
It's not hot enough. It's not hot enough for him to stay relevant.
But I look at it like this. Fab wants to stay in high school his whole life and be the man. He wants to be, the man.
Yeah.
The super duper mega senior.
Yeah.
And the kids that you're talking about, they're too young for his demographic anyway. Fab not worried about them. He worried about high school kids, college kids,
Yeah.
those ages.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. If that's what he got,
You gotta understand those high school kids is have iPhones and they have smartphones
Oh,
and
yeah.
they can
Yeah.
download for 99
They're
cents
on his
a
IG.
single. They're on his IG. You know what I
Seeing
mean?
his
So
outfits on IG.
That's
every
true.
day.
right, you know what I mean. So that's really what it's about. So he's figuring, and it's not really a dumb. It's a smart play if you think about it, because you got those young kids who can easily spend 99 cents or $1.25, and if he's still independent, 'cause I don't know if he signed to a major. If he's still independent, that's
Oh,
money
that's
in
going
his
straight
pocket.
to him. Yeah,
And-
yeah.
You know what I mean? So listen,
I think
you
he is
you get
independent.
500,000
Yeah.
people to download a 99
Oh,
cent
yeah.
a record. Come on, you banking
I mean, you can knock him as much as you want. He's still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
to a certain
no,
degree.
yeah.
Because
To a certain
his
degree.
his lane.
Right now, he's only relevant because he's an abuser. You know what I mean?
Well, but then he did that
Allegedly.
LMA freestyle.
Oh no, it's on camera.
You said it's on
Well,
camera.
nah, he was beating the pops up. He wasn't
Nah, he
beating
definitely
her
was.
up.
He wasn't hitting hard.
Yeah,
though.
he was beating the pops
Yeah,
up.
He's
definitely.
still an abuser.
No, but you hear him say, "Bitch, I'll kill you." You know
I
what
think
I
that's
mean?
in the moment.
He was just
That was what,
upset, man. He was
California,
just
right? Was that
upset.
California?
Nah, that was in Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Emily.
I mean, he
Ah.
still has his own lane. He's a cool alternative for kids that they not trying to get down with the Uzi Verts of the world.
Mhm.
They're a little more traditional
Mm-hmm.
for their age.
Yeah.
So Fab is that nice medium for them. For like, all right, we're not Jada Kids fans.
Oh yeah, no, he's an introduction.
But-
yeah.
where we could get with Fab a little bit.
that would be his
you know what I'm
lane.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
He got his specific lane where he fits.
Right. We got it.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to have the discussion about Fab.
Okay.
I
know.
I
where
knew
you
I,
stand.
I knew
Yeah.
this. I knew it was going.
Yeah,
Everybody was
yeah,
going
yeah.
to get it. I
Man,
knew it.
I mean, listen. Personally, I like Fab as an artist.
Me too.
I think he's a
I'm
good
not.
artist.
I'm not knocking Fab.
Yeah,
Fab,
yeah.
Fab is still
I kind
got,
of
he
equate
do what he
him
do.
to a Jadakiss, even though I think Jada got better punchline. But I think him and Jadakiss, when it comes to
They album together.
creativity, I think those two are really good.
Similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Not mad at it. There was one more pick you said, and Eminem.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel his music has aged over time?
You're using way too many napkins.
I'm not afraid.
With a ramekin.
I got the venom and minimum.
yeah.
How do you feel his music has aged over time?
And
Because there's no denying his talent as a rapper.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
bar
yeah.
for bar, when he wants to go, there's
He
very
going
few.
off. Yeah.
But how do you feel about his music as it's aged over time?
I just think that he's reached a certain point where, you know, rap he would have to find something else to find his to figure out as far as what he would rap about, because a lot of people are saying that his content, he has no content.
He doesn't live.
Well,
He doesn't live.
He's never out. He's never
when you
outside.
think
He's never
about-
anywhere.
Like when you think about someone like Drake travels a little bit. He'll find a girl to mess with on purpose,
Right.
get his heart broken,
Yeah,
and make
yeah,
a
yeah.
record
Right.
on purpose. I
Yeah.
feel. Like Cole goes out and he goes to these prisons and he talks to kids in different neighborhoods so that he's inspired to make music.
and
Right.
come up with some content.
M is in his house reading a dictionary. What can I rhyme?
Right. With orange.
With orange and thesaurus.
yeah.
And he's an amazing rapper, but like you said, the content.
To me, that craft alone is dope. If you could lock in on a dictionary and figure out how to perfect that craft,
I'm sure
Like-
somebody like that.
yeah, I like that. Like forget everybody else and what everybody else appreciates. If you can get that much deep down and depth in your craft, then so be it. That's like someone being a painter and someone says, I feel you should paint something else. Nah, like, yo, if this is what I do and this is how I perfect it and come out with better stuff, and they're like, I never saw these solars and these planets and all this type of stuff. All right, well, you're used to the same type of artwork that you've been seeing for years. Mine's is way better now.
Yeah.
You're just used to what you're seeing, and that's it. I can't force you to love it. But at some point, it'll come back, and you'll appreciate it.
Okay.
That's all it is. I feel he doesn't really have any content to talk about as far as other rappers, because nobody will shake that cage or rattle that cage. So he ain't got nothing to really say about any other artist or what he's really hearing.
MGK shook that cage.
No, but he went at MGK already before that, and that's why
Yeah.
MGK went after him. But even when he went after MGK, you could hear him going, MGK, and he was going at him, and he sort of eased up, like, well, I'm gonna go that hard on him, because I know his talent, I know his capabilities. You can hear where he was like, I've heard him tear dudes' paws like another asshole.
Right.
You hear what he did to MGK, like really?
It's like that's light work.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
light
like
work.
I don't even really.
It was almost like I need to respond just to respond
Exactly.
type thing. Yeah. I agree with that, but at the same time, I also agree that his content is based off of not what we actually are experiencing. So yeah, maybe he's sitting in front of his TV watching shit, but you don't never see him out nowhere.
No.
And that could just be a personal thing to where he can't go out nowhere. Eminem can't go to a mall. I
He
mean,
can't
like,
even pump his own gas.
you know what I mean? Like, so
you got to think about that too.
He too famous.
yeah. He's too famous.
If you want to live, you can live.
You can find a way.
If you want to go out, Jay is also at that same level. Jay find time. If you want to go out and take the train real quick, guess what? He gonna take the train.
yeah, with
He
30
gonna
with 30 security.
Okay, regardless,
True.
you still gonna be amongst the people.
NJ.
Somewhat.
NJ. NJ will do what he did in Atlanta. Everybody that was in the club, yo, y'all good, but I'm locking the door. Ain't nobody else coming in. And I'm buying bottles for everybody. But he's outside in Atlanta partying with everybody that
Yeah.
was already in there. And
Yeah.
it was packed.
That's pretty dope.
Crazy.
That's pretty dope.
crazy.
M ain't doing that.
Nah.
He's not
I
I don't
You
think
know-
the club scene ain't Eminem's thing. He's more of a stadium performer.
What is Eminem's thing? That's the thing. Like that's the question.
But think about
what
it.
Is his
if
thing?
M come to the club though, let's say if M did come to the club and do that, and things is going on in there, you saying he can't get content to rap about though? That's what I mean.
What he gonna talk about partying in the club? White dudes don't do that like that.
Yeah.
I pop bottles.
Like
got lit.
He's literally
surprise the world.
A white trash.
Surprise the world.
I mean,
type dude. Like,
surprise the world.
He's a white trash millionaire.
Surprise the
he's a
world.
white trash millionaire.
Like when it comes
Jump
to
on up, be like, yo, 50, I want you to do this. Matter of fact, bring Lloyd Banks back. Let's get this done, man.
He was something new at the time to listen to and learn off of.
Nah, definitely.
But I think that's as far as it goes. You know what I'm saying?
I look at him similar to Michael Jordan in the case where his skill set is masterful. Right. But in 2018, you're a meme.
Yeah.
Like Eminem is a meme right now.
I think going back to 2014 or 15, he was a meme.
He was a meme. Yeah.
Because, like,
because he has, but you know what it is.
Do you think he should hang it up though?
I don't feel like he needs to hang it up.
He doesn't make good music anymore. If you want to come and give us a freestyle every year, I'm with that.
Right.
Showcase your skill.
Because his freestyles is
crazy.
But I don't want to hear music.
A whole album from him.
A whole album.
Yeah.
Like the albums he makes, they suck. People get mad. He has a response album.
But hold on, I look at it like I don't want to say he sucks because I don't think he.
No,
sucks.
I didn't say it.
I feel like
you said the album
sucks.
Okay,
Joe.
his skill
That's
set.
what he said.
My bad.
You said
my bad.
You know it. That's why he said.
His skill set goes over the average person's head. It's
Right.
similar to where like the average person will look at Michael Jordan, but like, he's a mid-range scorer. All he does is score. But Eminem, like, if you're not privy to his skill set, you're just looking at him like, oh, he's just a punchline dude. He says a celebrity name, makes fun of like Taylor Swift and Inhaler, Spliff, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that's just Eminem was just a punchline dude that talks shit about celebrities, and then you just write it off, and he becomes a meme, and you see the white guy using way too many napkins, walking around like a black and it becomes a running joke, and then the joke is more important than the truth nowadays.
Yeah. I think M's only way back is through collaboration and to kind of pick up the younger generations.
But who wants to collab with him?
I think anybody would collab with him, but at the same time, like, it's whether or not if he's willing to do that.
I feel if you're a lyricist, I think he's one of those. But I don't think you putting it out as a single.
I think like a JID type.
Right. It's one of those like
Kendrick.
a Joyner Lucas, a JID, a Kendrick, but it's not going to be a single. It's like track number 7 on your album.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like, yo, it's one of those people going to see it's like, oh, I got to hear this.
I got to hear
that.
Right. But it's not a single. He's not a single artist anymore.
But I look at it like similar to what he just said.
He's absolutely right.
I think it's not going to be a feature because he could do the features right now and it's still going to be the same result. I think time is going to be the biggest factor because later on down the line when we look back at him and we be like, okay, we'll see what he was doing later on when the jokes wear off.
When it's all said and done.
When the truth matters more and he's Hall of Fame or God forbid he passes something like that. Knock on wood, you know what I'm saying? Jinx, all that shit.
Well, you know they're gonna label him one of the greatest of all time.
Of course.
And rightfully so, I think.
Yeah,
I believe that. I don't disagree with that.
Look at it like this. Michael Jackson was a joke from like the 90s all the way up until he passed.
And once he passed, people remember.
Yeah.
He was the greatest.
Yep. People remember.
Greatest pop star of all time.
He was literally a punchline.
Yes.
Okay,
if a comedian needed a joke,
I got one quick question for
Ralph. It was Michael Jackson.
If we just talking straight lyrics only, you going M or you going Black Thought?
Black Thought, that's my dude. Man.
Just strictly off lyrics, we going bar for bar.
We in the phone booth.
We in the phone booth.
Still M.
When you
still
say
going M.
Still M.
Okay.
You say lyrics, you mean like creativity or just
that
like
punchlines, all that.
Punchlines, lyrics, all that M.
Okay. Just want to get that out there. Just want to ask.
Still M.
Had to
I
ask.
am a Black Thought fan.
Yes.
Since high school.
Yeah.
But
Nah, I had to ask. Just had to ask.
I would go with M2, but only by a smidget like this because Black Thought is repetitive.
A little
recently. he's repetitive. Like his last few projects, he's repetitive.
Yeah, but he ain't tripping.
Bit.
He got that late night money.
Yeah,
he ain't tripping.
He's
all he got to do is sing. All he got to do is sing during commercial
fun.
breaks. And that nigga good.
He's good right now.
Before the shape ups.
Before the shape
Word.
up.
Yeah.
Before the shape ups.
Now he getting makeup done.
He just had braids and shit.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Get the airbrush.
Word. All right. What made you want to become a rapper?
I don't know, man. Yo, I wasn't even into rapping, man. What it was is a buddy of mine used to rhyme all the time.
Yo, that's why I'm laughing because I was there for all this.
I wasn't even into being a rapper. A buddy of mine used to rhyme, and him and his buddy used to rhyme together. And I felt like, all right, well, whatever, I could do it too. I mean, whatever. And I started rhyming with him.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, right, one of my people was like, "Oh yeah, you rhyme too?" He's like, yeah. And we was together. We wound up going to Benny's Chinese shop over on Columbus on 104th. And my boy was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, we rhyme. And my boy Amore, I haven't seen him in ages, but he's like, yeah.
Amore, man.
He's like, yo, oh yeah, you rhyme? Yeah. And my boy's like, yeah, he rhyme, but he's like, how is he? Oh, he good. He's like, but you know me, I'm nasty. And I was like, word? All right. I'm gonna make sure I got some heat, and you'll never be more fire than me ever again. So, and then after that, I took it serious. It's a damn shame, though.
Rest history.
But I mean, I also chased the music because I wanted to be into designing.
Okay.
So, but I know in order to become a designer and a clothing designer, that's like a mile of. I mean, it's like you're doing something, but so far, for me, it was like, well, if I could get in through being an artist, maybe I could, sort of veer off from there on if I'm ever successful and start my own clothing line. So that was my thing for me because I used to do menswear I studied menswear at Fashion Institute.
Okay.
I freelanced at menswear at Sean John years ago. Yeah. And Ellie Tahari, and some of my designs was even in Saks Fifth.
Okay.
And then one of my designs actually freaking Mace and all of them were wearing, back when Mace was like first coming out, he had like the full army fatigue joint, but with no fatigues on it. It was like a full suit, and you look at the shiny suits. Those are all mine, just without the army fatigue on it. The zip up with the army, all that, the shiny suits.
Yeah.
And see, that was something I wanted to ask you later. Like after hip hop, where did you want to branch off to? But you done did it already with the fashion.
Yeah, fashion.
You done did it.
No, he used to make some dope shit, man. He would put the Nike material on our Nikes and all that. Remember that? Crazy. Yo, I got you, yo. He should do all that for us, man. It was crazy.
Made the outfits for some of the shows back in the day and all
definitely,
that.
Man. Definitely.
So, as a rapper now, what's one area that you think you could improve on?
Just content.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's a matter of I don't really know where to go because, in order, I know who I am and what I do as far as being a lyricist. But then at the same time, it's like, is that relevant? And that's the problem that I'm having right now because it's a conflict between actual hip hop and trap, and it's like, well, where do I go?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's always been a problem because whenever I've always been a lyricist, it's like, well, that's not the wave right now.
Yeah.
So years ago, let's say it wasn't even trap, but it was like hit songs with a bunch of commercial shit, and it was just like, well, how do I do that? So I started making commercial joints. That changed. So commercial music changed into something else. Here I am still being a lyricist trying to make whatever the new wave was.
Mm-hmm. And
that was always a problem for me. Being a lyricist was never a problem. It was just a matter of how to transition with, and the transition always kept coming. It was always change. It was like
keeping up with the change.
Keeping up with the changes. To me, that was always a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, being a lyricist could always be there. And I always felt like for me to just stay a lyricist might be a problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't think nobody would take me seriously.
And to get the recognition you deserve.
Or it's really not appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because to take the time to articulate some of what your content is now disregarded.
Yeah.
Because now you got the mumble rap. You know what I mean? You got what the fuck did you just say?
And
but it's hot.
But you got the fire beat.
And you got a hot beat that's holding you. You know what I mean?
With the repetitive shit in the background, it was like, well, how do I compete with that? Because that's all over radio right now, and me having actual real content or real talent, it meant nothing.
Right.
And to me, that sucked. So it's just I didn't really know where to go from there on so many different occasions. Being a writer.
So trying to find that balance between commercial, but also you respecting the craft. That's a hard thing to do.
And staying true
and
to
it's,
yourself.
And it's frustrating.
Staying true to yourself, and it's hard because you want to stay true to yourself, but you also want to not pass up that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So should I now dumb it down?
That's exactly
just so
what
that
I
could squeeze in the door?
Yeah.
Or should I try to stay as real to what I feel is
double down. This is
my
what I
music,
do. Yeah.
Right? And hopefully somebody will appreciate it enough to say, "Yo, this kid is nice. Play this," or "Yo, get his kid a shot." You know what I mean?
Right,
it's harder these days, but you know, I mean, when you're an artist, I think the biggest thing is to stay true to yourself. Because if you allow other people to manipulate your craft, you lose yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
You lose the whole
A lot of people
purpose
say
of
it's
you
easier
wanting to.
nowadays.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Dumbing it down was definitely a problem for me.
And Joey,
Even
I know
dumbing
you go
it
through
down
that
is a
little
problem.
bit.
Yeah, Joey rap too,
'Cause
so
Joey-
y'all in the same.
you
y'all
a
in the same
lyricist,
boat.
too.
I know he was going off about M and Fab and everything. So he gets it. He
Right,
understands
he understand. Yeah, man.
it. So yeah.
I mean, personally, I feel like I don't give a shit about really fitting in real quick like that. A small part of me still cares. That's like, oh damn, like I wish I could just, you know what I'm saying, like if I could just meet the right person that could just
that's
put
really
me
gonna
in
rock
position.
with me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like either you meet the person that has clout or you develop the clout on your own.
Right.
And those people gravitate towards you.
And people gravitate towards you. You know, if you don't got the juice like that, you gotta meet the person that does. That put you in position.
Exactly.
So it's like, all right, do you compromise yourself?
The conflict.
Like, say a 6ix9ine, do you compromise yourself with a image, or do you compromise yourself musically?
Exactly.
Like you dumb your whole music shit down just to get a
just
look,
to fit in and stuff.
you know what I'm saying? Or do you triple down and be like, yo,
this is
I'm
who I
spit
am.
96 bars
And you
with
gonna
no
love
chorus.
it. And you gonna love it.
Just with one drum. Not with the drum. I'm spitting to this.
Yeah.
You gonna love this shit.
He's right. He's right. Even when it comes to a point where it's just like, you dumb it down. You say, you know what? For instance, it's like where, okay, do I dumb it down or I sell out and sell out who I really am, or could I find a way to combine and put what I do
and still have your fun and be yourself
and
without compromise.
Yes,
right.
How do I blend that? How do I do that? You know, 'cause, I mean, there's
Personally,
artists that do it. Busta Rhymes does it.
Yeah. I feel like I came to the conclusion that there's a crowd for everybody.
Sure.
Because
Right.
if you look at one of my favorite rappers is Currency, and he's pretty underground, so to speak. Even though he's been signed and stuff like that, even if you look at your own favorite artist that's like maybe not on, and you look at their patterns or you look at their followers, you can see there's a crowd for us out there. There's a crowd for you. There's a crowd for Lil Uzi Vert. There's a crowd for the mumble rappers. There's a crowd for the more traditional MCs. There's a crowd for everybody. There's a crowd for every comedian,
Facts.
All that.
podcast, whatever. You just gotta find your tribe. When you find your tribe, then
build it up.
Be
you
yourself.
build that fan base.
And
I'm gonna be honest with you, fans.
It's simple, but it's difficult.
Yeah, fans are really people who not only appreciate you, but in a sixth sense, kind of envy you. Because what it is you're actually doing something that they wish that they could do or wish that they had the courage to do.
But you're kind of
And
a
they
appreciate for them.
You're
Right.
exactly.
Right,
So
exactly.
and this is why you see motherfuckers passing out crying when they hear your song and they're, oh, this motherfucker going through the same thing that I went through. Oh, he was about to kill himself too. Oh, the suicide hotline, that shit is real. You know what I mean? So a lot of it is when you are relatable.
Yeah.
And that's why Stretch Entertainment, you know what I mean? Stories that relate to everyone that could hear. That's what the acronym for Stretch Entertainment stands
That's
for.
fire.
You know what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
So when you're relatable, people gravitate towards you.
Yes.
When they can say, oh shit, he was going through the same thing that I went through. damn, okay, I'm gonna start rocking with him. Let me hear what else he could do.
What's going on? Yeah.
Let me see. Let me start following him on the gram. Oh, this motherfucker wakes up. He got coal in his eye too? Oh, shit. Oh, he sleep with one sock too? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little thing.
They want to see the humanistic side so that they could relate. You know what I mean? So once you tap into that, and like you said, once you find that tribe that's like, oh, shit, we relate to him, you golden. You golden. You got to keep going with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, your song Facts is becoming more popular. It's getting more spins.
Yeah.
Now, what obstacles have you had to face, not only just as a rapper, but also socially, with people starting to recognize you more and know, like, okay, this dude might be the next one to blow. Maybe I need to be attached to him, possibly.
I haven't really had any obstacles really. I just know New York DJs have appreciated it because for them they actually hear lyrical content in it.
Okay.
And for them it's more like they're like, yo, we need more of that. Like,
yeah,
this is what we're missing. Like, they hear it and it's not just like a trap song. They can actually hear
like there's stuff in there. There's bars in there,
and they appreciate it a bit more because as a New Yorker, that's how we grew up. That's our essence. It's already in our bloodline. It's in the air we breathe. So for the DJs out here in the city, they gravitate to it, and that's why they appreciate it. I haven't really had to face too many obstacles just yet at the moment. But we'll see what comes in the future.
Right.
On that note, I don't really think I'm gonna come across any obstacles on it. I just think Facts does have its lyrical content, and it is a trap song, so it will reach its limitation.
Yeah.
Considering it still sounds so east, so northern, so New York. I don't really think the South have gravitated to it too much because it's not too ignorant.
Got you. I hear what you're saying.
That's all it is.
No offense to the South people, though.
Yeah,
not at all.
No offense to my ATL cats and
fuck that. I'm gonna just say what it is. It's not ignorant. In order to understand the ball work, you can't be ignorant. It's there. It's
and that's a fact.
Yeah. The words are there.
Don't sleep on Southern fans. I don't feel like
I think new age. I think new age dudes, especially like when you see Earth Gangs and JIDs of the world, their lyricism has stepped up to a totally another level that maybe back then you only saw maybe from a 3 Stacks and a Big Boy from Atlanta. Like they're not even Ludacris. Ludacris had ball work.
Ludacris is a beast.
Right. So like
Luda, T.I.,
Jeezy,
B.O.B.,
Gucci.
Like,
I mean, well, Gucci, I kind of say is an ignorant rapper. Like,
yes,
Gucci is
no.
dope.
Yes,
yeah.
and no.
Gucci's dope. Gucci got some good stuff.
Yeah.
But he also, some of his earlier work.
It depends.
Yeah. Some of his earlier work was like, is this nigga got a high school diploma? Like,
because Lemons was hard.
Lemons was fire. Yeah.
That was fire.
Like, so there's and the thing I feel at down south, they're starting to consistently, it just goes with their music now, the lyricism and the content.
Yeah.
It automatically goes with it now.
Yeah.
So it depends who you search for and whatnot.
It just might be a musical renaissance. They might just be tired of hearing the same old shit that they've been doing it for
over
years,
and over.
Man.
Yes.
Well, I always say that music is being recycled.
Right.
You know, everybody is sampling everything. And all it takes is a small melody to turn it into a new hit. You know what I mean? So everything is evolving.
Now you see with that point, I want to ask about the New York City scene right now, because you said that everything again comes back around. We in New York were known for that boom bap sound. That was us. That gritty. Since then, New York has not reinvented itself, I feel, production-wise.
Right.
So what do you think needs to happen for New York to get back that mainstream sound that people will start to copy us instead of us trying to copy other people? Do you think it's not going to happen?
I don't think that'll ever happen again. I think that sound, it's just like old school classics or like doo-wop music. All those they go with the times and they change.
But see,
they can't come back.
Do you think the production can even get to a point where we can make a new sound that people want to copy? Because I don't think we've even done that.
It wouldn't be us. It wouldn't be us. It wouldn't be Atlanta. It wouldn't be the South. It'd be somewhere else.
Might be the West Coast.
Yeah,
because the thing is, like, when you go out west, but no, that's the thing. Like, when you go, we've said it before. Like, the West Coast has reinvented themselves. They went from G-Funk to Paul, like the skinny jeans and the jerk movement, to what Mustard is doing now. You go from Chicago, it's more soul samples to drill music. I think our music doesn't reflect how we live anymore.
We're taking pieces from everybody.
I think New York artists, especially nowadays, if you grow up in New York and you're from around 20 to 35, 40, you're seeing the firsthand what's going on when it comes to gentrification.
Sure.
When it comes to all of these social issues, and I think our music doesn't reflect that anymore.
Definitely.
Maybe in lyrics, but I don't think the sound. Like, I don't feel our sound is gritty. What you think, Joey?
This shit got nothing to do with us. This the producers' problem.
That's what I'm saying.
It is.
No.
It is.
But
that's what we trying to say.
That's
Because
what
we
I'm
mentioned this before in the pod. Why can't the new producers have a chance to get out there? We still rocking with these old producers, man. They not
and it's like,
making hits,
it's no
man.
disrespect to Swiss.
Yeah,
it's no disrespect to none of these.
Swiss is still doing it.
They great.
Swiss just came out with a hit with Weezy. You know what I mean?
Right. But think about it. That song is just basically
a sample.
It's a huge sample,
and
he added a little extra.
That's it.
Right.
I'm just saying, for a new sound for New York, I don't think
we don't have enough boom baps.
It's not even.
It's not even a boom bap. No. I think we really
us.
don't. Right, and I think that we don't have a big enough machine around us, and it's about timing and waves and trends. Who's the last person that I think had the biggest wave that changed shit was Fetty Wap, and he from Jersey.
Yeah.
With that trap queen shit,
that generic sound, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's trends. It depends on trends.
Or if he's, I still don't know.
Well, he can't rap for shit.
But I don't know what.
But he's a gimmick. He was a gimmick.
He was a gimmick.
It was a good mix.
Yeah. It was a good mix. You know what I mean?
But we need somebody that's gonna be able to do that. And like I always say, I feel like there's people that I know that are ready for that.
Yeah, but the problem is the support.
They just need that segue to get in,
right.
so that they could get it. Like, yo, you know what? I'm looking for a new artist. What's good?
Yeah.
Come through. Let me see what you got.
Yeah.
I got this fire beat right here. Let me see what you could do with that.
You
know what I'm saying?
It's the platform.
That's
they need
it.
The platform.
They need it. The door needs to open, man.
What's his name?
It's too many. It's just too many, man.
ASAP Ferg. ASAP Ferg did one with Primo not that long ago.
Yeah.
And then I also remember Casanova did something with Primo. Drake did something with Primo, but it's not what Primo usually does.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he is from Houston.
Yeah, he is from Houston. Yeah.
But the sound that he laid out sort of
that ain't it.
It sort of made that New York sound back in the day.
Yeah,
but it ain't now.
It's not now.
And it's funny though, because the thing is too.
But he's an old producer. He was producing with Jay and them back in the day when Jay was hot.
He was still one of the best producers.
That was then. We talking about now,
but
bro.
Back
we need
then,
the new producers
from
New York.
But the new producers can't do it. They don't know how.
And we need help.
And a lot of like,
I'm telling you.
But you know what it is?
Don't know how.
But
It's the creativity.
This is our problem. We keep trying to reach back.
Yeah, we need to
some
move forward. Yes, we need to move
right,
forward.
but it's experimentation. Who's going to take that leap out there?
We need to find a nigga in the Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn, in his motherfucking basement or in his motherfucking room. Not even recreate. That's doing some new shit that nobody ever heard.
I think if it naturally reflects New York artists, I think if it just naturally comes off, it will automatically take off and it'll automatically push itself out.
Because
it has to be natural.
We want the West Coast and the South to want to work with us,
yeah.
like how it was back then.
We don't need nobody else.
All right, we don't need nobody else. But back then, the West Coast and the East Coast, the West Coast and the South wanted to work with us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they wanted to come to New York. Yo, I want to get on the song with Big. I want to do this.
Right.
That's what we need, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
absolutely.
When it comes to that kind of stuff, like I listen to y'all records. When I hear Say Word, when I hear Facts, the other joint he sent me, what was the Link Up, I believe?
Plug.
Plug.
When I hear songs like that, I'm like, yo, there's stuff here. There's content here. When I listen to Joy and I hear Say Word and I hear what him and Johnny is doing on the joint.
Yes,
when I hear Mount Fiji and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, these are songs.
Exactly.
And I feel like they're authentic. These are authentic songs. We just need the production to come with it.
Yeah.
If it moves together, I think New York as a collective can come together and they could
get back.
One of our issues in New York is
everybody doing it.
Nah, it's not a everybody doing it thing. It's more of a we never had like a passing down. There was never a passing
no
down.
passing of torch.
Right. No, it's almost like every man for himself.
It's hard to
shit.
argue. You could. I guess we could argue Jay is the one that has the torch.
But I feel like
I guess
it's almost like he's got there and then he's there.
Like it's hard to even say in New York. There's so many kings. Of New York, it's hard to say who's that one with the torch.
Because it wasn't like Hove passed 50 the torch.
Nah.
He never.
Nas ain't passed it to nobody.
Well, Nas Davies. Nas is kind of passing it off to
Nas
Davies.
Fake did on what's that song with Quan?
Which one?
He passed the baton with the just a moment when day comes.
Oh
yeah. He said on the song, I passed the baton.
Yeah. He did say that.
Literally.
That was bad. That was a bad look.
No, but I hear what you're saying. Like there is no like.
Listen,
it's almost got to be generational.
Let me say something
like the West Coast, they gave it to Kendrick. Even
Exactly.
Game stepped aside. He was like, "Nah, it
Kendrick
can't be
got
me.
it.
It gotta be this young boy."
But I can't really speak on what the South is doing. But at the same time, we know it's not like Outkast anointed anybody.
No, but the South
T.I.
is
never
more.
anointed
but they're
anybody.
more inclined to embrace their newer artists.
Yes, there's been embrace.
Especially if they know that they hot.
Like
they gonna be like, yo, he got it,
from
man.
Migos to Lil Baby to Gunna, they all under QC. Lil Yachty, all of these dudes, that QC compound in Atlanta, and you know what it is? The older dudes like T.I. and Jeezy is like, you know what? These young kids, the next generation,
But there's been some sort of embrace in New York, like Jay-Z and 50 did the Reebok's business deal commercial.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then who's after them?
Who was after them? ASAP. Dipset embraced ASAP and stuff like that.
And I think that's only from a geographical standpoint. ASAP sounded nothing like New York when he came out.
No, he
Definitely did.
He sounded like the South.
I didn't even know he was from New York.
Right,
ASAP
Rocky. I didn't know he was from Harlem.
Oh,
okay. So after that, we still have to. After that, we look at the producers.
And that's my issue.
Producers
I feel after
Swiss,
what New York producer are we looking towards?
Now I look at it like this.
I can't even kill one. I can't even name one.
We done sat here and thought about it before. It's like, yo, really?
I can't even name a New York producer.
You could grab a city rat and spin around the room and go. And you're gonna hit a rapper. You're gonna hit a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We in demand. It's just nobody want.
Now, I feel like the key is we need a producer. Maybe not. He doesn't need to put a new rapper on.
Yeah.
But a producer needs to get a big rapper.
Exactly.
Maybe not from New York, but a New York-based producer needs to get on. And then
just in general.
Just in general. And by osmosis, people gonna copy your style, all that shit. It's gonna improve the whole ecosystem of New York production and music.
Right. I think so. I think that'll help a lot.
We need a Timberland.
Yeah, we need
I'll take a Young Chop at this point.
No, somebody,
we need
man.
Something
we need a new
at this
sound,
point.
man.
We need something. You can say that about Young Chop, but Young Chop is drill music.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll take a Young Chop at this point.
It was an original sound that they ran with.
Exactly. I'll take someone like that at this moment. Before we get our Timbo or Pharrell or something.
This is true.
I'll take that.
But Tim got his own sound. It was almost like you knew it was a Timberland beat when it dropped.
Exactly.
Or you knew it was a Neptune beat when it dropped.
It was
like
funky.
you knew.
It was just different,
You just knew. There's nothing like, or you even Swiss. You know it's a Swiss beat.
Scott Storch. People like that.
Well, Storch. Listen, I've been watching Storch a lot lately, and I just realized he did a lot of shit.
Yeah, he did a lot of
that
stuff.
a lot of people don't know he produced.
You don't even realize he did it. Yeah, man.
That other people's names be on.
Yo, Scott Storch is a monster right now. Like a recovering crackhead, but he's a monster.
Yeah. I think the producers that are out here, at least in the East, they're too scared.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
They want to keep making what's relevant.
They
feel like New York will never be the wave
wheelhouse.
again. So instead of them saying, I'm just gonna create this sound and I'm gonna do this because this is what I hear, this is what I feel, that they're just gonna keep following the trend.
But see, that's why I think DC is thriving. DC embrace what the government basically tried to get rid of in go-go music. And now when you hear a lot of DC music now, go-go influences heavy from your Odyssey to your Goldlink to your Wale's. There's at least 1 or 2 songs on there that's a straight go-go song. No doubt Backyard Band is playing all of those kind of people.
And Wale was my college roommate.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Boy?
Victor.
Victor.
No. He started at Robert Morris University. That's where I went.
Playing football.
Yeah. He was on the team with me. He was a clown. He was the team clown.
Look at that.
Everybody know. We call him AK. Because his last name.
Wow.
We call it Akatamente. We call it because we can never really pronounce it.
He's the first Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. We can never pronounce it. But he was a clown. And let me tell you, I was supposed to do a record with Wale when we was in college. And the producer of ours, my friend, I'll never forget it, Pascal Rondo, I know he kicking himself right now. He was our producer. And Vic was like, y'all call him Wale, I call him Victor. Vic was like, yo, Paz, make me a track. I got this, man. I got this, you know what I mean? Like, I got this, you know? And Paz was like, you ain't serious, because we all know him as a jokester. You're not serious. You're not serious. He left after his freshman year. Yeah. He left Robert Morris University and went back to Maryland, the D.C. area, and just fucking
I remember that too. Because he used to talk about him before he even blew up. Yo, this is dude out here. He used to talk about Wale and Wiz Khalifa back there.
Wale personality makes sense now. I forgot that he was a running back.
Yeah.
This nigga probably got CTE. That's why he's so bipolar and all of that.
Listen. They talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
That's why
See, we as freshmen, it was only about 4 freshmen in my class that actually made the varsity. Everybody else was on the JV. And this is college. So there's 2 levels.
Right.
You can be on the JV, which is kind of like the practice squad, or you can actually be a letterman and you actually travel with the motherfuckers. I never even got to travel. Those motherfuckers was huge. But Vic and I were running back. I was a fullback and he was a halfback. But he was a jokester. No one ever, even on the field, he didn't run hard. He didn't play hard.
And pause, Wale not a big dude.
He was
like
he was scrawny.
So I
think was a
him
scrawny
dude.
Yo,
I think we might have unlocked the mystery of Wale and why this nigga
everything
like this.
Comes to light.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The dude, he was more concerned on how he looked. Like Dion type.
Yeah, he been
flashy.
a nigga head on.
Yeah. He was more concerned with how he looked on the field than how he played. He wasn't good.
To have him on the show.
He wasn't good. You know what I mean? I wasn't really that good compared to those big motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But it was something in him that I kind of noticed.
Yeah.
And I knew that he was going to be different because when he was like, yo, J. Will, man, tell Paz, man, we need this beat, man. You really going to do it? I was like, yo, I can't force him to give us a beat.
You can't force
and I was telling him, I was like, yo, Paz, take him serious. He's like, no, I'm not giving him no beat. I'm not wasting my time. And Paz is, listen, I text him almost every day. Like, I know you kicking yourself. I know you kicking yourself. Nigga.
I just got one more question before we get out of here. For both of y'all, what are y'all aspirations going forward? Like, where do y'all see yourselves next year, 5 years down the road?
Shoot first.
Yeah, me personally, I plan on bringing more awareness to Stretch Entertainment, like branching it out more. I have music production, I have publishing, video production, and I want to get into more of event coordination. So putting on shows for artists, local artists, and things like that, just bringing awareness. So for Stretch Entertainment, I basically just want to keep building the brand. You know, I have clothing, got my own press machines, and I do it all. I'm a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
So I basically just want to just keep building the brand and empire and just keep giving cats the opportunity. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing is, if I could be the stage you stand on, you gotta perform. You know what I mean? So that's how I see myself as a platform for artists to actually get to that next level. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna get there, I'm pretty sure that you'll take me with you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's with me, it's not all about the money and the fame, because I know that if you do things right and you work your ass off, it's gonna eventually come. You know what I mean? So my whole thing is just bringing more awareness and building my brand, Stretch Entertainment.
There we go.
Yeah. Me, pretty much what he said. Nah, but I don't have all the setups that he does. His setup is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The only thing I have is just my talent. That's it. And hoping something, a door open, like, that's usually what happens anyway.
Yeah.
A door open, I walk through that door, there's 5 more other doors. The others won't open, one will open. I walk through that one, 5 more doors, another one will open. So that's pretty much what it is. My whole thing was always, for me to chase the music in order to, do my clothing line and, hopefully help get Stretch up, get Skull Pro up.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Scorch.
Shout out to Scorch.
Scorcho, what up?
Yeah, and just try to carry everyone else that came with. That's the best thing. You pull everyone that played a part, because it's a team effort.
Yeah,
it's a team effort. You can't do it by yourself, and and just stay humble. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, the biggest thing is to actually believe not only in yourself, but to have faith in the people who surround themselves around you, which is why they say you got to keep them circles real tight, because you need people who have the same interests as you,
right?
And it can't be selfish.
Yeah,
it has to be selfless.
Yes.
And so if everybody's putting in the same time, the same energy, the same effort, then everybody gonna eat. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's what it is.
Yep.
Before we get out of here, you sir, you rap.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna need a few balls.
Oh, of course. The
balls as a prayer.
I was talking to my brother right here, last night.
Yeah, for sure.
I was wondering if y'all had something y'all could put on, something I could hear, some instrumentals or something, that we could pull this off. So I can make sure these bars land.
Can we do that real quickly?
Yeah, what?
Tell her what you want. You want the 2 you sent me last night?
Let me hear that Dallas that Drake Dallas joint, 9 a.m. in Dallas joint, I think.
Yeah, 9 a.m. in Dallas. That was the first one.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, man. I wanna thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we thank y'all for coming up, rocking with us.
This is dope, and I think that this is also another platform for artists and for people to actually come in and be heard. And this is definitely a good look for y'all.
Thank you.
Definitely a good look.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had a dude up here last time where he was mentioning how y'all have the shit here for the underdogs and getting the underdogs up out here and up and running.
This
Jay
is
already famous, my dude.
Yeah, already famous.
Yeah.
Turn me up in the headphones a bit if you can.
Lee, good looking out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Lee.
Thank you.
Yeah. Check it. Yo. Got killers out there hearing me rip it like there he goes again. No house of hoops, but still got the strongest lines for an opening. Had to get out that Uber and ride that train with a local hit. Focusing on the drive, but ain't got nothing to show for it. I just need a beat. Treat every joint like a quiche, but producers won't let me use it. They ruthless, they want a feast or some form of payment order before the tape is released. While they got that eye in the pie, I'm still trying to save for a piece. She trying to conceal it. She stresses she want a house and get out of this private building. Feels I'm putting a second by stressing on my commitment. I'm second guessing if I should push record route to the ceiling. Discouraged, fuck it. Hit up the gym as I contemplate it. Worries if I should pick up the pen. I'm starting to hate it. Throwing my PS4, falling more into isolation. My daughters help me recall falling drunk. It's often frustrating, man. Yo. All right. I apologize on that one. Lost my breath on that. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Check it. Just a kid out of the housing. Roaches on kitchen counters. Scrubbing toilets and priests. The things I did for allowance. Pay me to call you sir. Now I around this. Damn.
Get it back.
Check it. Nah, I'm gonna give you something fresh. Change that up.
Got one more?
One more.
We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute left.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
All right. Check it. Fuck it. My bad, y'all.
It's all good.
Nah, I'm a little buzzing though. That's why. Check it.
What you do, man?
Yo. Who's next up to get their neck broken? I got 1,000,000 bars closing the safe that says my threads open. The contents of my pen's loaded with stress and the meth doses condensed to make your best poet less potent. I keep hearing all these killers boasting, talking that yada yada. Soon as they hear that shoddy, they start bolting. Ain't never held an Uzi. Funny yet so outspoken, confusing rest of stupidity. Still ain't not woken. Well, yeah, you can see I'm on a mission. Hold a hand, singing kumbayas while they your vision. But the minute some fucking idiot flips and gets it twisted, must be nuts. And that feeling in his gut, they ain't intuition. Phonies listen, just make your money and kick rocks. One hook I have you on foot, wondering how'd you flip flop. Yeah, I could do it for the fame and even flip pop and merge in any lane, but that's lame, I do hip hop. Record route just for the record, I'm the next to do it. Lecturing all you prerequisites who need improvement. Not to go off on my past of the shit I was doing. I was moving with before the trap with the record to prove it. But on the lesson though, I'm just trying to get y'all to hear my heart without the stethoscope. Questioning if he's sniffing coke. His rhythm jumps a couple beats quicker than other sick adults. We're missing bolts, just one or two things, but I think the kid is dope. I just find that repeated crimes in your rhymes isn't needed. Slime, you can shine if you ink your lines. Average minds was a thinking. You throw a jab on the track, make sure they weave it. These lames claiming a wave where their hairline receding, so stop it. I'm obsessed with bread, grop, and extra toppings. Frogs, dogs, I'll eat anything else that's catastrophic. Black Panthers, ants, adamantium, or a hammer god. Turn any hero to Hiroshima without the arrow.
He was going. He was going.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
My
talking
apologies.
about. That's
So
what I'm
good,
talking about.
We had a couple drinks before we.
It's all good.
Oh, guys,
all good, bro.
We out of here. This is the Soul Searching
Yeah,
Podcast.
Soul Searching Podcast.
Follow
man.
us, Soul3Searching _Soul Searching. Where can they follow you? Where can they follow you guys at? Let us know.
Stretch Music Group on Instagram. Just one word, Stretch Music Group.
Here we go. Where can we follow you at, Ralph?
Record.Ralphs_Harlem. You can always find me there.
Here we go.
You know, I always post some videos every here and there, some club joints. You know, my apologies for the night.
You good, bro.
That's
I'm tight
so
right
good.
now. I'm tight right now.
No, you good, man. You good.
You warmed up yet, Leroy?
You warmed up, man.
Soul Searching, we out of here.
Yeah, man.
All right now. Thanks for having us.